This is one of the first people that ever replied to me, and over time, I've gotten more better at speaking my mind. And let's see, the YouTuber's name is Edgier Than Thou, a left-leaning bread tuber nutcase. Now, the title of this video is "The Boys Angered All the Right People," and anger. No, I don't think anybody's angry at the show. I just think people are either disappointed or they're just making fun of it. Most of the people are just making fun of it. I haven't seen anybody, make a video filming and throwing a hissy fit at the Boys TV show. And I really do like how he has Mahler in the background. What is with these people's obsession with EFAP and Mahler? I mean, I'm not an EFAP fan, but whenever I drop in on an EFAP video out of curiosity, it's just dudes talking and making fun of YouTubers who do stupid shit sometimes, like Otterly Noah. So I'm just gonna react to the video. It's 24 minutes long, so that's not too bad. And let's see how far I can go. And if you're wondering why am I watching this person that I'm not subscribed to, it's because I have a commenter actually brought it up, and I was like, oh yeah, I remember that guy. And I like to look up certain YouTubers and see if they've made any stupid shit recently that I can just reply to. Because nowadays, I don't really bother leaving a comment, at least a long comment anyway. I'll just leave a small comment or no comment at all. And if I take issue with what a YouTuber has to say, I'll just do a video on it. So let's see what Edgier Than Thou has to say. The boys angered all the right people. Well, to be honest, people have a right to be dissatisfied with the show. I'd be dissatisfied if something, ended horribly as well. So hopefully this is actually some constructive criticism and not you being a blind fanboy.
Forest ranger at Yosemite National Park on why it is hard to design the perfect garbage bin to keep bears from breaking into it. There is considerable overlap between the intelligence of the smartest bears and the dumbest tourists. Hey, folks, every year and a half or so for a while now, we've collectively experienced a cycle that goes something like this. New season of The Boys releases to record numbers. Conservative viewers get offended, claim all
Offended? Nobody's offended by it. I mean, Jesus. I mean, way to go with the, consume product mindset.
Previous seasons were good and based, but this new season is woke and bad. Conservative
I don't even think it's just conservatives that hate The Boys. I'm pretty sure there are left-leaning people, too, that also hate The Boys. But again, nobody's really angry at it. Most of the videos I've seen revolving around The Boys are just making fun of it,
Viewers pledge to never watch the show again, and then the next season releases to record numbers, rinse and repeat. 2 years ago on this channel.
No, well, see, the reason why the next season releases the numbers with record numbers is because even though there are a lot of people that hate the show, there's also a lot of people who are morbidly curious or are fanboys of the show, It's perfectly fine.
We watched The Quartering and The Critical Drinker proclaim...
Why are you watching The Quartering? I mean, I get why you want to watch The Critical Drinker, because bread tubers are obsessed with The Critical Drinker. The Critical Drinker can just breathe, and people like this guy will just... Or guy? Is it a guy? Anyway, people like this guy will just be like, oh, The Critical Drinker is bad, evil. And I'm like, dude, The Critical Drinker just gives his opinions on media. You don't have to... I don't know why The Critical Drinker lives rent-free in these people's heads. They act like The Critical Drinker shot their family member or something before they actually did.
The show's fans were leaving in droves after Season 4 was just too political now, only for Season 5 to be the most viewed in franchise history.
Well, yeah, that makes sense. That's the final season, and a lot of people do want to see how it ends, Even the ones that want to hate watch it. It's sort of the same reason why people went out to see the Animal Farm movie. Morbid curiosity. I don't really see the issue, what your issue is with people hate watching stuff.
Go woke, go broke, except, all of the times that the exact opposite happens. In any event, The Boys...
Oh, wait, hold on. What was that?
Too political now, only for Season 5 to be the most viewed in franchise history. Go woke, go broke, except, all of the times that the exact opposite happens.
All the times the exact opposite happen. I'm sorry, but that phrase, go woke, go broke, does apply to certain other pieces of media, though. Like Concord, nobody liked that game because, well, it was a generic game, but also the characters looked like garbage and they spoke like garbage. I don't think Mixtape has really sold that well. I mean, yeah, it has a bunch of shell journalists, but everybody's making fun of that game. No sane person actually bought it and gave it a positive rating. Then there was Suicide Squad killed the Justice League. That was a big failure. That was also a huge woke game as well. And yeah, there was another game. Oh yeah, Dragon Age Valguard. That pretty much just ruined everything for Dragon Age fans.
The event, The Boys is over now, and while I'm fairly excited.
To be honest, I don't think The Boys is over. I mean, since it's so popular, it makes more sense for them to just milk it. Because the thing about The Boys is that no matter how bad it gets, people are going to watch it anyway.
To see how they translate the show's vibe into a mid-century setting in Thought Rising, the primary dynamic driving my, and I suspect many others' interest in this universe has now come to an end. That, of course, being the relationship between Homelander and...
Because I think there's still plenty of room for them to make like a Boys spin-off series or a Boys prequel. I personally want them to make like a Homelander TV show. Just see all the... Because Homelander, from the clips I've seen, he is the best part of the show. His actor did a phenomenal job. He's also a great voice actor too. So what I predict is what they're going to do is that they're going to be like Invincible and DC and Marvel, and just do a bunch of spin-offs and whatnot. Hopefully they'll get better over time, but I don't know.
And oh boy, what an ending it was. A lot of people have had a lot to say about the 5th and final season.
Yeah, the ending's kind of like the comic where, no, there's still some more stuff that happens in the comic. But yeah, the ending in the show is like when Butcher confronts Homelander in the White House, but Black Noir's there as well.
I count myself among them, and while I seem to have enjoyed it more than most other people on my feed...
that explains the title of the video. You're mad that people don't like the show. That's the title of the video. The boys angered all the right people, and you're coping and seething at other people's opinions for not enjoying the show. That explains the title of the video.
I am not ignorant of its flaws. That said, I feel confident in saying that Kripke & Co. absolutely stuck the landing, both in the story department and indeed the sound.
Have you ever just thought about watching something better? Have you ever considered that? Like, go watch Princess Mononoke or Spirited Away, or I don't know. I think there's like better stuff that you could watch than The Boys, like Grave of the Fireflies. Something better than that, something more, something that's worthy of enlightening your mind. The Boys is just action slop with some modern dialogue in it. And yeah.
Satire department. Not just any show can leave the richest man on earth.
Oh, look, it's Elon Musk. He also lives rent-free in these people's heads. I don't even think about Elon Musk. I even forget that he exists sometimes. And then you had to go and bring him up on Twitter. Oh man, Elon Musk said something dumb on Twitter. What else is new? I researched more about Noah Sampson's attempt at e-begging for his stupid ass court case than I did think about Elon Musk. So thank you for reminding me of Elon Musk. And you should probably just give Twitter a break as well. And look, unless Elon Musk loses all his fame and fortune, goes homeless, or gets arrested, I don't care about Elon Musk. I just don't care, because at the end of the day, no matter how much you make fun of this guy on social media, no matter how much trash you talk about him, he's still going to be super rich, and he will never know about your existence.
Crashing out on his own website because it made fun of him and his favorite pedophile.
Oh, I'm sorry. You said crashing out. Let's look at that Twitter.
Absolutely stuck the landing, both in the story department and indeed the satire department. Not just any...
Let's see. Probably got flagged. His wife's boyfriend for Homelander. I mean, I'm not upset, just remarking that the ending sounds fake and gay. This is crashing out to you. This is just a general remark. My goodness, you are such a fanboy. You can't handle people making light fun of your show.
Show can leave the richest man on earth crashing out on his own website because it made fun of him and his favorite pedophile. Regardless, I'd like to take a look at what some people have said about the finale and how it seems that this writing team has had to seriously wrestle with the fact that no matter how fucking obvious they make this shit, a certain portion of their audience cannot grasp extremely simple concepts like man strong physically but weak emotionally.
Yeah, that's not even really an original concept, though. I mean, the comic already did that years ago.
I sincerely do not envy the folks who wrote an entire season of television in which a man with godlike powers and the adoration of millions of people spends an inordinate amount of his time beefing with an actual baby, only for viewers to be shocked when people call him a loser. I started following the Boys meme page on Instagram about 5 or 6 years ago that's been crashing out recently about how much...
Oh, it froze here. Let's see. But yeah, so far a lot of this video is just don't think, consume product, don't criticize the boys. While I wait for this to load, let's look at the fanboys comment right here. How hard is it for the people to understand that the boys is satirizing American culture? Oh, I get it. So if something satire, that means you can't make fun of it or criticize it. Of course, you know. Okay, but for real talk though, I feel like people that hide behind satire to avoid criticism are some of the biggest pussies on the planet. Oh man, the internet's most hated artist. I want to see that, but first gotta get back to watching the boring Tuber.
People who hate it can't stop watching it. They spent
Let's see here.
fandom. Y'all missed the satire in season 1 somehow, and then spent the following 6
Again, just because something's satirical doesn't automatically mean it's good.
years fuming as each subsequent season continued to reiterate the same points, and yet at no point did any of these people consider simply watching something else.
It's the don't like it, don't watch it argument. Don't like it, don't watch it. And then and then people like this guy will be like, oh, well, you didn't watch it, so you can't criticize it. Like, shut the fuck up. It's a lose-lose situation with these types of people. If you watch it to form an opinion, you'll lose. If you don't watch it and not form an opinion, you'll lose. People watch the show, they criticize it, and now you're all like, oh, well, don't like it, don't watch it. Just, what a retarded mindset. Just don't think. Consume a product.
To me, that says something very special about this show. Even the people who hate it can't stop watching it. They spent over 80% of the show's...
Yeah. I mean, again, there's nothing wrong with hate watching stuff. Have you ever considered that people like to hate watch stuff? I mean, that's literally why so many YouTube critics went out of their way to watch the Animal Farm 2026 movie.
Existence, continuing to watch despite outwardly pretending they couldn't stand it. I can't really think of higher...
I don't think anybody pretended that they couldn't stand it. They just watched it, and they were like, yep, this is garbage, and they kept watching it. You know, again, hate watching exists. Me and my cousin, you know, back when I lived in my home state, we would watch horrible movies on purpose, like Bible cartoon movies and some other weird indie horror stuff, just out of curiosity, just to make fun of how bad it was. And yeah, we weren't fuming or nothing. We were just laughing our asses off and talking shit. Like, is this really a hard concept for you to, you know, acknowledge?
Praise, to be honest with you, which it feels weird because The Boys is far from my favorite show, but even I can't argue with results. To start this critique properly...
And he's using results too, like... you know, there's a big issue with that results argument. You know, yes, just because something's successful, you know, that apparently equates to equality according to this person's logic. So by his own logic, Fortnite is better than, I don't know, something like Shadow of the Colossus or Yakuza 0 because, hey, statistically speaking, Fortnite is way more popular than those two games I just mentioned.
Let's look at a tweet by acclaimed screenwriter
There you go again, using Twitter tweets. You need to give Twitter a break.
Who
Like, it's not good for your mental health.
somehow manages to fuck up his commentary in almost the first line.
Again, Mahler living rent-free in your head. What is with these people's obsessions with Mahler? All I really know Mahler for is defending Lord of the Rings and hating on, you know, modern Star Wars, which is understandable hate because modern Star Wars is not that good.
And sorry, I am not doing a Mahler voice. My throat cannot take it.
Mahler's voice is way better than your feminine voice. I mean, Jesus Christ, you sound like you had like it sounds like you just snipped your dick off or something.
My skin didn't.
Let's see. My skin didn't char, but I was screaming in agony. My tears just sizzled away. Let's see. Homelander has a few moments that give insight for his relationship with pain. It defines his life, and yet he has grown numb to it. Okay, so this is a reasonable criticism. He responds with anger in almost every instance of challenge, but that's not because of the pain. It's the sheer desire for vengeance in a world that created him to perform every torture and manipulation. Okay, so I don't see the issue with Mahler's Twitter post here. It's very reasonable. You're mad that he doesn't like the show or something?
But I was screaming in agony. My tears just sizzled. It's utterly ridiculous. John's life,
hold on.
to be quite honest with you, as we're going to see shortly, Mahler is struggling to differentiate between physical and emotional pain, but no matter how you slice it, this sentiment is utterly ridiculous.
Differentiate
There's a few moments
physical and emotional pain. I'm looking at this. I'm not really seeing how he's struggling
his
with
relationship with pain. It defined his life, and yet he has grown numb to it. The idea that Homelander at any point has grown numb to pain is fucking baffling to me.
What do you mean? Homelander has super bullets. Literally can't hurt him. He's literally numb to pain.
To be quite honest with you, as we're going to see shortly, Mahler is struggling to differentiate between physical and emotional pain, but no matter how you select.
I'm pretty sure Mahler brought up Homelander, being in emotional pain as well.
His
Like, let's see this for a
from
second.
numb to pain is fucking baffling to me. To be quite, give us insight.
Let's see. Homelander has a few moments that give insight. Yeah, he even mentions that Homelander has a few moments that give insight into his relationship with pain. Like he's grown physically numb to it, and of course, everybody knows that Homelander is unstable mentally. Like that's not a secret or anything.
Defined by physical pain, and you can see that even from the very scene.
I'm about to take this guy's advice and stop watching his video because I don't like it. This is very boring.
Is misquoting here. In the scene, this is pulled from, Homelander is
Wah. Mahler bad. Oh, well, Mahler making fun of the boys.
Baby's first attempt.
Yeah, man, wah. Consume product. Oh, stop criticizing the boys. Oh, stop criticizing a multi-million-dollar HBO and Amazon show.
Philosophizing. It's something that sounds vaguely profound while making absolutely no sense in context.
Wah. Okay, let's see. You still bitching about... This is the same Twitter post. You're still bitching about Twitter? Like, Mahler lives rent-free in this nigga's head. It's insane.
View of himself, since...
Like, you act like Mahler has some sort of authority when it comes to opinion. Trust me, most people don't even know Mahler existed. I wasn't even planning on, listening to Mahler. I haven't even listened to any of Mahler's critiques on anything. Like, hold on.
In the audience feel like the ending for Homelander. A broken monster losing the only avenue of enacting vengeance on a
character. Just saying the obvious about the show.
Screen. If Homelander primarily wanted revenge, he'd have killed Stan Edgar.
Let's see, just making more excuses for the show so I won't get criticism. So overall, this is just like 20 minutes of just dick sucking the show, and I don't feel like watching it. Why is it so hard for people like this to just be like, hey, this show is bad, but I still enjoy it anyway? It's super easy to do that. But no, you gotta be pissy and throw a hissy fit because, people criticize my multi-million-dollar show. I'm gonna defend the poor budget and horrible action scenes. That's basically this nigga right here. And it's so boring, so condescending. I'm glad I make more money than this guy does in every month. And what's this? Oh yeah, this video looks way more interesting.